rye bread, and he'll have that. What?
I've never seen that. Jug comes from out of the ground?
I mean, we're so surprised. Do you pay attention after you pick your heroes in Dota 2? After you just like pick Bloodseeker and then tab out and watch more anime?
Well, to be honest with you, there is like a lull of 30 seconds in strategy time, and I've already bought my item, so what am I going to do? Not watch anime? I mean, it's not every day that you get the final episode of Pull Up and No Machika, right? Like, it's...
Uh-huh.
I had to watch it. And then rewatch it because it's so good, right?
He's pulling it up right now. So that's what you hear him.
That is what I'm typing, actually. Yeah. I have to watch it during the game to give me.
This is the problem, with these ADHD guys. I've always got a bunch of monitors in the room. It's just always watching anime. There's just always something going on his screens, on his monitors.
Not something. Let's be honest. It's always not.
Wait. Monkey's got his real courier here.
Okay, that is an interesting strategy. That is very interesting.
You could still tell that.
Why is he different from his real courier?
Because you spawn as a random courier in the fountain. You don't always spawn as.
No way.
Yeah, you just because Monkey King he turns into it's camouflage, right? The Jingu. So he can turn into a tree. He can turn into a lane creep. He can turn into a bounty. Like he turns into things that he's near. But you can always tell which one's the real Monkey King. Or what the imposter courier is, because he'll vent, and by that I mean he's faster than the base couriers now at level 1.
Yes. He zooms past you. So Monkey King essentially is a chameleon. This is the first game that it's 2-2 for runes actually. Every single game Dire has gone to 3 runes for some reason.
What an odd thing to remember.
I have a good memory.
I can't believe
it's all the anime I watched.
I can't believe you remembered that while you were also watching the anime while we cast. That's incredible, honestly.
That's the tough part, really. Let's see how this goes on. I feel like the lanes for DGG should be better, but I also, I got that wrong in the first game. I thought Ivy would do better in the lane, so we'll see.
Oh,
still in the range creep. Nice job, Q.
He didn't get that range last hit. That's fine. Didn't get denied though.
They own me has to be careful with Eidolons. You cannot let low skill get the boundless strike and burst them. Like, that is a huge loss. You're essentially losing the deny that you just got, right?
Yeah, plenty of gold as well. GMV does well in this lane. What is it, Sponsor Blast? No, it's Arctic Burn level 1, which is still pretty good, actually, to be honest, against the Eidolons, because you outrange them, and that's really what matters when you fight them. Cooldown is better as well, so you'll always have this Arctic Burn whenever the Eidolons are online. Good deny there on the ranged. Oh, almost got the second one. MNT got it on the Doom support. Nicely done. Out CSing the monkey there. And there they go. That one strike. Yeah, they are going to get rid of these really easily. Second one is at least denied, but once again, that is going to be the Eidolon sacrificed. MNT can't quite catch up to this courier with the Arctic Burn slow, even with the brown boot to speed. So not a whole lot going right in this bottom lane, but at least it's no deaths quite yet, and the lane is shoving. So there should be at least a brief respite coming here for DGG. Mid lane is quite boring, to be honest. I think even if you toss back a DK underneath your tower, unless there's another hero there, you probably don't get a kill.
Now, this is the kind of lane where Mobe actually does not go for 3 points of Dragon Blood, and usually you go for 2-1-2, right? Because the Breathe Fire is so good against Tiny. That said, Mobe is missing a lot of assets. I'm just watching miss 2, so that's going to make his lane much more difficult. Yeah. Well,
you got to give DK a chance. Top lane, Max is being spun to death, as he is now on the run. He's stolen only 21 damage, which is not going to dissuade Pleb for going for the kill, but maybe it kept him alive. That 21 damage is 5 or 6 auto attacks there that maybe Pleb otherwise would have been able to use for the kill.
Yeah, level 1 spin is not great, but level 1 Static Link is even worse. That's kind of what we see here. Let's see how Max for now though is doing really well in terms of last inning, so I think that's pretty much a win as far as they're concerned until they start getting kills. However, Pleb still has a lane under tower.
Maybe next time kills the courier that had the Orb of Corrosion there for low skill. That's fairly significant in this lane.
Maybe next time had the best, the most courier kills in the Boston Major, which was his first major.
Oh yeah, did he? What a also very random statistic to remember.
It's because he was known as the courier killer because he used to play a lot of Bounty Hunter back then.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Bounty's actually still his most played hero. I actually remembered that back when, and that was when the teams only had 1 courier, by the way.
Yeah.
So that's a much bigger feat than it is now, because like usually, like honestly, unless you play mid, you usually end up getting 1 or 2 courier kills like every game. It's not that hard, especially if you play support. You're gonna get at least 1 every game usually.
Yeah.
But back then it was not trivial, because you had 1 courier. You had 2016, right? You probably still had to upgrade it.
Yeah, you did. No, I don't know. Actually, I think maybe back then.
I think you did, because I remember I started playing Dota in 2015, and for like a year and some change there, you still had to upgrade it.
And the thing that you're actually my age in real life, but in Dota years, you're 5
You're a
years
year
or
older
10
than me,
years
Grandpa. Okay, so let's take it easy there.
I am
How
not.
come whenever I compare my age to you and wisdom, when we argue off stream, you always say I'm older than you, shut up, and then when we go live on Twitch, you're like, we're the same age. Which one is it, huh?
Because I want to be young.
You want your cake and you want to eat it too? Is that what you want?
Yes.
What?
I also like to send mail to different organizations.
Damage.
There's the healing ward ready for Pleb, so they can definitely...
Good arrow.
Oh, no! Beautiful arrow. Pleb forgot to use the healing ward, and they even thought about getting it. Cube got it! Cube, you got it! Can he actually get Pleb here in the trees? He broke the tree down there, Pleb. Afraid. Really good.
He's got a lead.
Actually, Cube. He's so
Oh my god, what?
What? Pleb broke some ankles today, man.
Nah, I mean, there's another arrow here. I mean, you know where he is. Yeah, arrow. Oh, Pleb jukes it, though. All right. I mean, that's incredible. I honestly,
that was incredible. Sagal's ankles got broken.
I gotta toggle vision more, I guess, because I honestly thought that kill was trivial, but indeed it was not. I mean, you know, it's so funny. It's called Pleb. It used to be called Lil Pleb, so now he's just Pleb. Is that better or worse? Would you rather be a Lil Pleb, or would you rather just be Pleb?
I think because he grew, right? He can no longer be Lil Pleb. I think he's like 20.
But like, oh, Cube's gonna get first blood there. He jumps beyond the tower to kill Odin.
22. Bottom lane, they got low skill though, so that's definitely worth it for them.
That is very worth it for them. Wasn't the first blood bonus, but eventually they will be able to make something here, even if they are not able to really keep the Eidolons alive. At least get a kill onto the Monkey King. Much needed here. 15 CS for the Enigma. It's not terrible, but he is even falling behind here. Max, who we said doesn't have the easiest lane.
Oh, they actually did go for the 3 points of Dragon Blood. Interesting. Still winning the lane. Full tank build on the DK. Usually against Tiny, you want to get away with more, but it'll take him longer to scale, but it makes it harder to gank him, I suppose. So maybe that's what he's thinking. Doom is an okay ganker early, especially with the choice of the ensnare first item, or first skill.
And I believe, I didn't quite catch it, I should have though, I believe MTD goes for that play specifically to make sure the wagon is part of me killed off, which takes a lot of wind out from the sails here of Mobe's push. Even more so because he doesn't clear the waves too quickly with the skill build. Looks pretty big. Tiny now can look to rotate away. Unfortunately, the first power rune was snagged. I didn't quite see what it was. It was an Invis rune, denied by Mobe. He's not interested in ganking, and he's going to make sure that the Tiny is not enabled by a rune either. Nice play. Yeah, but MTD still can just walk to the lane. He's not going to be, again, buffed by a power rune, but he's still much better at rotating earlier than this DK is. Without the old Dragon Horn, he doesn't have to be afraid of losing his tower, so he's going to lose another idol on there. Earn for the Enigma. I guess it's going to be a Vessel game for him, into the Monkey, into the DK, into the Wyvern, sure.
Yeah, it seems fine. I thought it was be straight Wraith Pact.
Me too.
You don't really have great Wraith Pact hitters either. I guess Marauder, low plug. Really want that kill with Razor. Fast enough, just with a single point of boots, or just with a single brown boots.
Well, you know, you hit him with the voice line because he wasted spin, and then you stole 0 damage with a static link. I didn't even, honestly, I didn't even know you could do that.
Yep.
So I guess that's what you get for using a voice line.
That's what Quaker would tell him.
Is that so?
Yeah, apparently he's not a big fan of Max and Pubs. It could be a little bit toxic.
I didn't know that. I don't get to tune into too many Quakefish streams, to be honest.
Yeah, no, me neither, but I occasionally see his clips. Oh, you got a Mana Burn on Doom now. Finally, the real creep. None of this ensnare garbage.
They did nerf this creep, actually. The Mana Aura used to be 2.5. Now it's only, quote-unquote, 2.
What's better? Random creep in the jungle, CM. Random creep in the jungle. And this creep actually has better skills, better stats, and better aura than CM.
This does not. I mean, the aura is better, but also when this creep uses Mana Burn, it uses, what, half of its mana pool and doesn't give your teammates any mana. How about that?
No, of course, but if you eat it with Doom, like a Doom eating this creep is better than CM in my game.
Well, yeah, Doom is better than CM, of course. That's all you're saying here.
Yes, exactly. And Enchanters enchanting this creep has more use for the lane than the CM. That's what I'm saying.
Disagree.
Though to be honest, her new shard is so good that I actually think CM is pretty legit.
Yeah, I mean, CM is really good, because you just kind of just frostbite the creep and then checkmate, Avo. What do you do then?
That is true, actually. Never considered that. But if it's a Doom, you can't frostbite.
I mean, you still can, just not as long here. Mobe is going
to
take that Illusion Rune. Again, both runes denied here currently. This is not bad, actually.
Illusion Dragon.
Yeah, the Illusion Dragons are pretty good. You can just throw them at the tower. They tank a ton. They also apply the debuff.
Yeah, exactly. Usually you don't want to waste them like that, though. But okay, whatever. Like, usually you want to, like... You said the applying the debuff, I think, is the biggest part, right? It actually deals a lot of damage. But they wasted it, and now they pretend to rotate top. Mobe hits it once. And, oh, whoa! I didn't know they stopped being dragons after you stopped being a dragon.
Yeah, me neither. Well, we were casting that essay game, and there was the one TB interaction where if you used, what's it called, the conjure image, as soon as
at the end of meta.
Yeah, as soon as your meta was ending, like the illusion kept conjure imaging. I don't know. Maybe it was something weird like that. Maybe that's kind of same of interaction.
I swear it didn't used to work this way. That's very interesting.
Jeff Hill, please fix.
Or Jeff Hill, thank you for fixing.
Jeff Hill, please. Thank you.
Not really sure what's intended, but we love you, Jeff Hill.
Thank you, Jeff Hill.
On me. It's going for Earn into Blink. What a weird build on this Enigma, honestly. Cube is dying in the top lane. Well killed. That's a great Zai spray as well.
Yep. He looks incredibly happy. I wonder where that's from. I wonder what the context of that picture is.
Why is Enigma not even going for the full vessel, just the Earn? I can't imagine this being value enough.
I'm also quite confused by it as well. Because you've got the Wyvern who can just out-heal it, Monkey King out-heals the Urn, DK out-heals an Urn, Blink Dagger Canceller potentially. But Enigma's not, he doesn't really strike me as that type of offlaner. I guess pre-Blink he is, where he can stand up front and be a Blink Dagger Canceller. But I just think that there's a better use to the hero. He does a couple more things a bit more efficiently here. MNT doing a good...
Mid lane, they're going to catch the Dragon Knight, though. It's going to be a big deal. The Ghost Rain is still going to hit. Obey! Ooh, Dragon Tail, but the Ghost will finish him off. It's Grimstroke's dead wife. It's too deadly. MTT, though, will have to toss away the Razor. Unfortunately, the Avalanche will not stop the damage from Eye of the Storm. So Max will just bring down the time.
And they get JMV down
James
bottom.
died to on me.
That was a Black Hole kill.
Okay. Worth. Worth for the CM, I mean, sorry.
For this.
Or the wife. Same hero.
Low attack damage. Same hero. She frosts everything, alright? That's basically what it does.
Yeah. Ice things.
Yeah.
That's how Shaman and Lion are technically the same hero as well.
Oh yeah. Very similar. They do the same things. Their second skill is the same, ergo, they do the same thing. Checkmate.
Yep.
They even talk the same.
They do actually, yeah. They both do voodoo stuff. James Vincento. Okay, the Eidolons actually didn't get triggered by the Winter's Curse. I mean, next time, however, just walked by to get hit. And he did get slapped and he walked away instead. Top lane though, the kill onto Max. It's gonna be successful, well done. Pleb on the first Omni Slash, good use of it.
Yeah.
Early on, this Omni Slash feels too good to be used, but when you get a kill like this, perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Good setup as well, alright, with your Inkswell. It's a bit of a difficult situation there for Max. He's like, do I stay near the creeps for the Omni Slash but eat the entire Inkswell spin damage, or do I run away and then just get Omni Slashed? Not really a good choice there.
Yeah, especially now with the Blade Fury level 4, like this is an actually strong spell that Max can't deal with. Razor has one of the... I think he's actually the edgy hero with the best strength gain. Or, I don't know if they nerfed that and now it's Orc Warden, but it's between those two. And as a result, he actually does tank a fair amount of magical damage early. But not enough for a level 4 Blade Fury.
You gotta be careful invoking Arc Warden's name like that when it comes to buffs, because if you say that, Ice Frog's gonna perk up and decide to hot fix and nerf Arc Warden even more in the next patch.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Arc Warden Spark Wraith deals no damage, only slows.
Good, it should. His Axe is so stupid, honestly.
Shut up. Just don't say anything. Arc Warden's a garbage hero. He needs buffs.
Such
MGD. Has the Inkswell. Nice block by Lodina. I don't know if that was intentional, but it sort of looked like it, so... Lodina might be suffering the wrath of the Mirana. A lot of arrows.
Yeah,
but not enough to kill him.
Really,
and maybe next time now finds Cube.
Here's the devil.
Mana burns him.
Coming in. Doom their souls. To heck.
Yes, to heck. That's where these
straight to heck.
More mana burn maybe next time. More mana burn!
Here. Come here.
He's getting it.
You can't run from me. Mana burn. Still enough to leap, of course. You only need the 40. Not too much to it for a leap.
Imagine Doom going from his old soul burn damage, and now it's just a mana burn. So how the mighty have fallen.
Soul burn? The heck was that?
Yeah. Double death with the soul burn, technically. That was the lore of the skill.
Double death?
Level death.
Level death. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I remember level death.
It burnt your soul. That's why when you were a certain level, it hurt you more because it was like attuned to certain souls.
Yep. In multiples of 3.
Well, it depends. It went through a lot of iterations. I know that was the last one because of the shard, but it went through a lot of iterations.
Nah, that was the last one, not regularly as well. It was multiples.
It used to be, I think there was a while it was level, I don't know if it was level 4 or level 5. People would just get 1 point in it.
Yep.
And that was the build.
Yep, that's what you would do. I remember that. Or if you were Dota casual like I was when I started learning Dota, they said, yeah, just ignore it. It's really complicated. I went, okay. Okay, friends, if you say so.
Fair enough.
Cube. He's standing up front trying to tank anything here, but this smoke is... Well, I thought it was going to avoid him, but now they're just going to take the free kill. MTD on the Blink toss. Ava reveal. Sorry, it's the Blink off of the Avalanche toss. Nicely done. Secures the kill.
This Inkswell is so good. Lodin's first item is Shard, and it's not even available yet. He's just waiting for it. He has nothing better to buy. They could kill this Razor, by the way, but they know the reinforcements are probably on the way, so they're going to let him go. And they're completely right. It's the Dragon/Wyvern squad. Oh, in fact, I spoke too soon. They decided not to leave instead, and as a result will die from the Dragon/Wyvern squad as MTD is the first to fall here to this Razor. Razor takes a fair amount of damage, but can tank this nicely, and Max will also bring down Lodi.
Thank you for identifying that there is indeed a difference between dragons and wyverns. I don't know what it is, but I know that it exists, and people get very upset when you confound the two.
Slacks DMs me every time I say wyverns and dragons. That's all caps DM. Only half of it is in English grammar.
The rest of it is in
Spanish grammar. It's really confusing.
One of these days, Slacks is going to DM you in Catalan, and you're going to be very confused, but impressed.
I'll be very impressed. Yeah, that would be the highlight of my day. Thank you so much. He's just insulting me the whole DM.
Insult you very personally.
They have a Doom for the Dragon Knight though. Probably the hardest hero to kill after the Doom, but hey, at least no Dragon Tails, right? At least no Dragon Tails, and hopefully they can kill him too. The Cold Embrace certainly will help for that. Wow. It just eats up a whole Blade Fury.
It took him a while that MTD gets the Inkswell. He looks for a +1. It was kind of blind, though, given the Moonlight Shadow was still effective. But it is a kill into the DK. He's a Doom target for sure. Owned Me has Blink now online. And had it there, it allowed him to at least cut off reinforcements to guarantee the kill. Black Hole not used in the fight, so he's still threatening here as Pleb is going to be sieging alongside the Eidolons and the 15-minute wagon. MTD as well, lurking through the trees, will now see low skill. But he doesn't have another tree grab ready. The Blink, Avalanche into the Inkswell. It's good onto 2. You could not, I guess, link or use Soulbind with Toss, as he tosses him right out of the Soulbind. That is not going to be an effective Winter's Curse here, either at getting a kill or saving the life of low skill.
Can't believe Winter's Curse, a Blade Fury target. Monkey King panics. Can't run away from the Blade Fury. They still had the Black Hole the whole time as well. And with a Blink Dagger is actually a threat, because he didn't go for Wraith Pack, which is the more common build in the Enigma. He's actually going full Black Hole commitment build, which is interesting considering it's a Winter Wyvern on the enemy side.
Yeah, and this is turning into a very rough game for low skill. I'm starting to get a little bit concerned here. Pleb has his farm momentum online. It's a Maelstrom. It also enables him to reasonably fight, right? Pleb showing up quite aggressively in that last engagement after the kill onto the DK. Compared, of course, to the Monkey King, who is feeling pressure to show up to fight, but doesn't even have a full Battle Fury yet. And honestly, like, I mean, he's close. It's one component, but it's still a little bit far. He needs another 1,000 golds for it at this stage. And it's what, going to be an 18-minute Battle Fury? It's rough. It's looking real rough is the short of it.
It's very rough. I mean, he went for only Orb of Venom and Boots. I mean, I guess a Wraith Band, but it's not really that much.
It's not much. Nope. Compared to last game where he had like a 13-minute Battle Fury, something like that.
Yeah, with the same items. MTD, he's going to be the target here for the DK, but he does have a Haste Rune, leaving Lodin behind. Lodin, who just got Shard, won't be losing any gold though, so he's okay with this.
And this is where Max needs to come in big here. He's got BKB. The team made a lot of space for him because his lane wasn't... I mean, it wasn't awful, but it wasn't good, which is why you usually pick a Razor, especially last pick.
Yes.
So, yeah, they've recovered him. He's got BKB. He needs to now use it.
They toss Cube, they Malefice Cube, they Infernal Blade Cube, but will they kill Cube? No, Cube is fine. In fact, the counter initiation MTD is good, MTD will die for this. Maybe next time, joining him apparently, as he turns into a pig. They're trying to cook him, Electricity is cooking a pig well, but in the end, it's better just to freeze.
Yep. Good job there by JMV, just applying the Arctic Burn slow at the very last second to ensure the kill. Max as well, who steals 3 damage from the Tiny. Not sure why he's the target there, but it doesn't matter. He gets the kill, that's what's important as he continues to push straight into that Refresher build, right? The Razor build has been pretty much the same. Oh my god, this build has been so long, or this build has been so good for so long that Envy was still playing the last time it was good, man. I think he was the one that started really doing this.
He actually was, he was the innovator of this build.
He was.
This was the last build Envy innovated. When they nerf Refresher, the last part of Envy will die with it.
Oh man, that's kind of sad actually.
That's sad.
Yeah. Well, for now it's still amazing, as they didn't really nerf BKB enough to change this build. He's going to steal 50 damage. We'll go ahead and round up there for Max. But he does find himself now in a spot of trouble, forced to BKB as he runs for his life into the black hole, where MNT, pardon me, and MTD are going to close in and get the next 2 kills there. Nicely done as Ivy slightly overextend, and the second black hole there for Owned B. The first in picking up the Blink Dagger is going to net him 2 kills.
We finally finished on the battlefield in the Monkey King, though. 18 minutes, 50 seconds, more or less, is what he picked it up. By this time, Jug already has SNY and Maelstrom. Once again, Shard. He's thinking of Scotty. Usually don't go SNY in this build. Usually just like Maelstrom, Scotty into the Shard. And that way you kill supports quicker. But he had enough gold, so he could afford to deviate into it. But usually you want the Scotty for the slow, so you can just chase down a support. Which is what I think Pleb is waiting for.
Yeah,
and that's how you play the Jug these days. Kill supports first, and Omni slash the cores.
And I think status is super good this game for him as well, to be honest.
For sure.
Because the combo this game, like, he is a very realistic and viable Winter's Curse target, pretty much only because Max wants to static link him in the Curse. That's the combo. And then if Jug Omni's in the fight, he has no damage and you don't care about him, right? Getting the status to reduce the curse duration, also of course reduces the Dragon Tail stun duration, so you can spin and maybe live in the fight. It's really good. So not bad items by any means. And like you said, he had the luxury of gold to build it.
Yeah. Let's see here. He's going to be initiated upon with arrow. Nobody tank this. Winter's Curse, though, will protect him, actually. Yeah. So I don't think Jay Vincento meant to do that. As now the Inkswell might punish Jay Vincento. He's going to die first. At least he also through the Doom, so maybe next time can't quite get the War Stomp off. But that Winter's Curse pretty much cost him the kill. I don't know if he was dead otherwise, but he certainly was not going to die with the Winter's Curse.
Yeah, he might have lived. I neglected to mention that arrow is also a very long stun, which is going to be reduced by that SNY. So that ended up coming in clutch. But yeah, Curse being used there, like, I don't know if he dies or not, right? Certainly we could argue that till the cows come home. But Curse was, you know, now Curse being effectively wasted on top doesn't feel good. You could argue maybe it was for them to disengage, perhaps, but still feels a bit rough for them to use it like that. BKB next for Own Me. Still no Vlad, still no Wraith Pact. I don't believe we've seen a single Vlad's even this entire series.
No, we haven't, actually. I mean, to be fair, Beastmaster did get banned every game, so at least they're aware it's an item. Once again, it's Jay Vincento, man, stopped. They want to make sure he dies every single time so nobody can cancel his Black Hole. No chance without Cold Embrace. They also just scouted out the Monkey King.
Yeah.
Let's attack the creep.
He's pretty elusive, though. He'll be out of there. He's a bit of a tough
This is the combo, though. MTD plus Lodine. They're trying to find anyone they can with
Bricks.
There
you go.
They're going to go for it. They have a double damage on MTD, though, so they can bring down the Dragon. So much damage.
Very good there. Echo Saber as well on top. That feels pretty good. Nice little 400 gold to get kick-started on your way towards the BKB. And why not a nice Roche bounty as well, as DGG having already taken down the Radiant Tier 1 tower. Still having control over their outpost. Feel pretty good about this one. It's a decent arrow here that will slow this Roche at the very least. Curse is available yet again, but it's still another 20 seconds here until the DK respawns. He's got the buyback, of course, and there's a Tier 1 in the top lane. DGG still up the Black Hole. Another arrow, sorry, onto the Tiny as he's bashed by Roche, which sets him up for an arrow. Very frustrating for MTD. Bashed again. He wants to play Dota, but he can't.
Roche doesn't want him to.
Nope. Roche is very upset.
Low blood, though. I think we'll get the last one for this Roche. And a little bit more gold for him, as MTD is the one to take the Aegis. This indicates to me, because Jug is obviously the best high ground pusher, that they're just looking for kills right now. They're not even going to consider tier 3s with his first Aegis, which is common.
Oh, and to support your
they
point,
found a kill here on Q.
There you go.
Inkswell.
Why not? It'll dispel him. It'll dispel him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Waiting for anything that was coming his way. A little pleb as well now with one of the 2 ultimate orbs necessary for the Eye of Scotty. It's chugging along very nicely here for that item. The TPs are bot lane though, where they are looking for a kill onto Max. They're going to doom him to prevent the BKB from coming out. And a little bit of a Midnight Pulse Malefice here for the percentage-based damage until MTD shows up for the kill. Is going to go very, very easily here. Very smooth kill so far from DGG. Low skill continuing to farm up. Nearly has farmed up his entire BKB here. Still lacks 1 component, so he needs another 1,400 gold, and he'll have that one online.
All the spells. Oh, Bled. Find the way to Wyvern here. Blade Fury him. Silence. Dead. For all the space that they gave the Razor, he hasn't really had the impact I was expecting of an offlane Razor.
I would agree, yeah, and that's a little bit of a shame because again they did actually create a lot of space. Low skill even showed up to fight a couple of times and did die once for it. So yeah, that is going to be a little bit of a pressure point here. It does feel like the Razor has fallen off. He is still the richest hero on the Radiant, as that's a tossback, wasn't it? It was. They found the DK. No DD Rune this time, and a Yule Scepter. There's the Midnight Pulse into Malefice, and plenty of damage. Percentage base as well here, of course, on that Infernal Blade. Not like, oh, it was used, pardon. Oh, this is...
Yeah, Infernal Blade and Midnight Pulse.
Oh, yeah, it is percentage base damage still. My bad.
It is. And now Cube is also dead because MTD can now solo him pretty much. Don't even need the Inkswell.
This is getting really, really bad. They still have Black Hole, by the way, this entire time. Like, I feel like everything I've said, it's like, oh man, Ivy, they're going to lose this, and they use this really long cooldown spell. And by the way, DGG still have Black Hole. Like, you know, like
and Omni.
The Russian history meme where it's like, and then things got worse. It's like that right now for Ivy.
Yep. Except Ivy cannot retreat to a different village and scorch their current ancient, right? They just have to stay here. That's their only plan. Yeah. So they're gonna lose their town, it seems like, as they're losing their tier 2s. Now 2 get taken. They can now take over the outpost and invade the enemy jungle. But DGG, they're taking over the triangle first, making sure that there's no safe space for Monkey King to farm. With this Battle Fury BKB, you're barely a hero. Like you need a lot of space to farm. Otherwise, what's the point of Battle Fury?
They need Max. Is basically what they transit to. Max needs to get off a good link. JMV, you know, lands a good. I mean, onto Enigma, ideally, right? Or at least Jug. You land a Winter's Curse and allow Max to start, you know, amping up his damage. Monkey King sets up the Wukong's Kabad. Part of me wants to dissuade, you know, the Enigma from counter-initiating with a Black Hole, but, like, Max needs to do some damage here in these fights. It's coming along nicely, though. He's got 1 Perseverance for the Refresher, so not bad. Nearly up to level 18 for him. Again, most farm, most experience on his team. The smoke from Ivy as they look to leave the base doesn't go too well. They don't find any heroes. So it's back to the defense here for them.
Pleb will be able to retreat thanks to the Inkswell extra movement speed.
Oh, double doom.
We still have double doom. That is so powerful, but Low Skelly set up the Wukong's command. MTD walks through it. MTD going for the toss. There's the Black Hole. It catches the Monkey King in the middle of the Wukong's command. Where's the follow-up though? Where's the damage? It's just MTD hitting Low Skill. Someone help him out. Someone hit Low Skill. Finally, the Juggernaut goes in with a Blade Fury and finishes him off, but the Winter's Curse might just condemn maybe next time as MTD comes back with a second life. Going for the Dragon Knight here. Avalanche toss kills off Mobay. MTD running away. Fled does the Omni Slash. Wants to use it on Max. We'll get it. Inkswell stunned in the middle of it, but there's a cold embrace to save him. Fled does the Blade Fury. They throw a tree over. Fled needs to Blade Fury here with the shard. That'll kill off Max. Go back as Mobay keeps the tiny stun. Fled protecting his teammate. Mobay wanted to hurt MTD, but MTD's a little bit too tanky. We don't have any more Inkswell, so MTD decides to retreat finally as Pleb joins him. There's no healing ward either. And Vladine swallows an arrow home.
He's like a sword swallow there. Mobay is going to give chase, but this might be a little bit of a bait. Yeah, Pleb with the spin, the fireball damage. Yep, that's a kill. Pleb's godlike. Oh, that was
level 20.
Really rough.
Blade Fury.
Yeah, it was
150 DPS, man.
That was really rough for Ivy on that defense. The double doom, and then the cold embrace as well didn't feel super necessary onto Max. It actually ends up kind of killing him because they go for the toss back.
I mean, he was gonna
Monkey King gets baited into sticking around. They don't cancel Black Hole with spin. The spin, the very spin, by the way, or they don't cancel Black Hole with Curse. The spin is what I meant to say. It does all the damage to do. Still cold embrace, and yeah, this is going to be 2 lanes of barracks.
Even without follow-up, the Black Hole was literally just MTD punching the Monkey King, and it still worked out. know, it kind of shows how much ahead they are. Like, the Juggernaut could go for Lincolns before he went for anything else, so he can't be cancelled by the Winter's Curse. Now he's got the Scotty almost completed, by the way. His Courier is just waiting for that point booster. That is going to be a laner Rax, which should give, by the way, the Scotty. And then they can go and dominate bottom. In fact, the Doom's already in position to take the tier 2 there. Pleb, you cannot hit this tower. Pleb, you... Pleb? Yeah.
He tried.
He's really
he every now and then you need to hear the meat merp in Dota.
Meat merp.
Meat merp. It's still there.
That's good.
Meat merp.
That's good.
What? What's good?
The way you did it.
Oh yeah.
Pretty good imitation. Yeah.
Meat merp. What I really like is I read an old.
You're getting better.
Thank you.
It's the belches you speak that you have to really practice.
You know, back in high school, I used to be able to belch on command. I feel like that's, you know, you're like the butterfly effect. Like that's where I could have become Suns fan.
Suns fan. Yeah.
When I stopped
Max
belching on command.
Chases after maybe next time. We still have the Doom potentially. Also, there's another fight breaking out. This Soulbind makes the Dragon Knight fly away with the tosses. And in fact, they've managed to stun off poor Max as well, who has no BKB any longer. Only wants something else though. There's no Maleficus, unfortunately, so it's just Pleb chasing after him. Realizing Max is not worth his time, instead go for the rest of the team. We've already killed the DK anyway. Jan Vincento preserves that Winter's Curse, but we also have the Lincolns potentially on play.
So the way that toss works with Soulbind is that you have to toss your primary target to the secondary target, and then the double toss works. Am I reading that right?
He actually, no, he tossed it to himself, and he actually tossed the DK to himself first, and then he tossed it over to the Marauder.
Oh, okay.
It works either way. You can toss it either way, and then they will toss twice.
Because I've seen him toss out of... Okay.
Yeah, you can toss him out of the Soulbind. That's a whole different.
Yeah, that's a whole different...
If you toss to one of the two targets, they will toss.
This feels like Rax, by the way.
It is, it is.
Oh, hello.
MTD's just gonna punch him twice. Oh, he doesn't have a shard. Pleb's like, come on, they're so close. Come on,
they got
guys.
the Doom. Again, I don't have a DK.
Yeah, at least you stopped the Dragon Tail.
Ah.
Why is Doom the one hitting the Rax? Go, Pleb! There we go. Blade Fury. They forced the glyph. That's what they were waiting for. Avatar's almost killed that flow skill. We still have block called by Odin, by the way. He just want to get stopped by the Winter's Curse. Low skill's dead regardless. Max has been slow thanks to the Echo Saber. Max gets somewhat saved, I guess, with the Golden Brace. But now he's going to get killed. There we go. War Stomp. In comes the DK to die with his teammates. All cores are dead. And DGG, I think they're ahead. They're going to take this final game.
Yep. That's GG well played called, as, yeah, even poor JMV is going to get sucked into the black hole just like he sucks down an entire loaf of bread. Stare into the abyss, he says to the Rye. Gaze.
Well done, DGG. Really, really good recovery, I'd say. But much like game 2, even though I feel like DGG played really well, particularly this combo, like I think Lodine on the Grimstroke, one of his